This podcast is part of the It Was a Thing on TV podcast network.
6 years ago, I've had a lot of people telling me how to run a wrestling company. And while I appreciate their contributions, it's time for a change. We've had a lot of great things going on in this company. We've made a lot of changes in the last few months that I'm sure you've seen, and we made a bigger change even last week. I can assure you that we'll have more changes coming in the coming weeks and the coming months as well. Nobody likes drastic change. Nobody likes big moves, I understand that. And it affects different people different ways. And while I respect that those of you out there might have differing opinions of the decisions that I'm making, I expect you to support me 100%. When you question things in this company, you're questioning me. And I cannot allow that to happen. Business is about choices. I've made the choice to put my finances, my reputation, my passion, my love behind each and every one of you and this company. And it's time for you to do the same thing. You have a choice to make. You can choose to support me. You can choose to support the direction TNA is going, or you can choose not to. But you'll need to find another place to work. It's time for us to swing for the fences. It really is. No great success comes without risk, and I'm great with that. I hope you are too. Now's our time. I look out at the faces that have made this company, and you've made me very proud. But this is a test. So I'm asking all of you to step it up in every way possible. And let's do this thing together, because now's our time, and you've got to believe it. If you don't believe it, you're hurting the person sitting next to you. You're hurting me, you're hurting our fans. But if you believe it, let's do this thing together, and let's show what everybody we're all about.
Okay, everybody, it's our first recording of 2026 as we go back 16 years for a brand new era in total non-shop action wrestling. It's TNA Impact for January 4th, 2010, brother, on the Squared Circle Time Machine. It's Greg here with Dane, and Dane, I have to tell you something.
Tell me.
How is it that Tanahashi lost his retirement match and nobody's as outraged as the internet was about John Cena losing to Gunther?
Well, I would guess because it happened in the mythical land of Japan and in the mythical Tokyo Dome with the best, I guess, their best house in years, I guess, for Wrestle Kingdom.
Yes. And you know what depresses me about that, Dade?
There's only one way to go, but now down.
Yeah. And fucking Okada's got to go back to Guantanamo Bay, where all he has is to say bitch all the time.
Well, that's pretty much now what Gunther's doing now, running with the I tapped Cena, John Cena tap out like a little stuff now. And although it looks like he might be getting another retirement Infinity Stone next because he's going into a feud with AJ's.
Oh, fuck. No. No. No, I don't want to see that. I don't want to fucking see that shit, Dade. I don't want to fucking see that. There's got to be somebody better for AJ to face on the way out.
Well, mind you, this is only beginning of the year, and I don't know if, and AJ's already said he doesn't want to do a whole retirement tour. Would like to see him at least show up in TNA at least one more time before he does.
You know what? I would like to see him against Leon Slater. You kind of could have that, because you know what? They did have them meet at Slammiversary in Brooklyn, so That would kind of be a good one.
Yeah, and him and Leon and Javon Evans faced off against Styles and Dragon Lee there on the Cena retirement Saturday night's main event. So,
oh, I gotta mention, Dane. Everybody's gone from NXT now.
No, little Javon, little Oba, little Jordan, and the rest.
Hmm.
And still some rumored ones. I mean, they're still rumored now. They're rumoring JC Jane and Blake Monroe are also on their way up to the main roster. So,
yeah, I do want to see Blake up in the main roster. The faster you can get her to the main roster, the better.
Yeah. And we do have a new women's North American champion in NXT, but it's not who you thought it would be.
No. Thea Hale thought that she was going to be facing Blake Monroe, but she never knew it could happen to you.
No, yeah. Instead, it's Izzy Dame. Fresh off a loss to Tatum Paxley, who I thought she would have gotten the shot as she scared everyone off that chainsaw. But,
oh, yeah. The chainsaw.
Well, Chainsaw Tatum would be a great gimmick for her.
Oh, yeah. It'd be her paying tribute to Terry Funk.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't complain about missing a show because her horse got sick, that'd even be double the tribute to Terry Funk. For those who know.
You know, you know.
Yep. And Oba has also, because of him going up, he becomes the second active NXT champion to vacate the title before going to the roster after Asuka did the same thing after her historic reign.
So I'm guessing Oba's declaring for the Rumble.
Yep. And I guess now I kind of wanted to wait to see with Braun and Pepsi Phil to see how that would play out. And I'm picking, I guess, Braun is my early pick for the men's Rumble winner.
Oh, yeah, because they really need to promote that cooking show he has on USA Network, which is good. I like that show on USA Network Braun has.
Yeah.
I think it's even outdrawing SmackDown, I think, his show.
SmackDown, yeah, and probably even Dynamite and Collision combined.
No, don't tell Dave that, Dean. He will get really upset if you tell him that.
I think he's now riding CMLL's jockey right now because did you know that they had an over $1 million gate for their last show? And that they sold out 63 out of 64 shows this year? 10 shows more than what WWE claims?
You know what I have to say, Dave? Who cares? 840, here's the McMahon. CMLL. Get that garbage out of here. Get that garbage out of here. Look, I don't mean to insult CMLL, but it's like, who is actually watching CMLL right now?
Other than the Mexicans, I guess, because do they even have like a international TV deal like how they're trying to get for AAA?
Fuck if I know, Dane. Hey, AAA's on Pluto TV. I don't know where the hell I can watch CMLL. Yeah,
and it's been at least 20-some years before I can remember that CMLL was on Telelatino here in Canada, so...
And did you see what I posted about? I guess it was the claim he made that the Wrestle Kingdom, Dave said, had 3.5 billion viewers. And if it was in the U.S., that would be the equivalent of 10 million viewers. And to quote Raiden in Metal Gear, that's a nice argument. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
So let's see how they do without the bump of Tanahashi's retirement. And I guess you told me too, I guess there's some other judo guy named Aaron Wolf making his debut.
Yeah, who the fuck is Aaron Wolf? I have no fucking clue who this guy is.
Unless you're big in the world of judo, you probably know who he is. But like I said, is he like a relative of Dick Wolf?
I don't even want to even think. Okay, I have a question, Dean. How do you have a tie-in with Stranger Things like Raw did and not actually have anybody for Stranger Things at your show?
That is very weird. Like, the whole Stranger Things tie-in just kind of seemed, other than just having the props and whatnot there, and that was it. Like no character interactions, no nothing else. And I mean, hell, I would have thought that you could have brought in the Wyatts for some freaky deaky stuff.
Oh yeah, you could have done that. They fit right in with the whole upside down theme of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But no, we couldn't even get that.
Nope.
No. But you know what we got instead, Dane?
What?
Fucking Rebecca's back. That's what I'm going to call her. She doesn't deserve to be called by her gimmick name anymore. I'm just going to call her by her real name now.
We're government naming her now.
Yes.
Shoot names have been uttered.
Yeah, I'm just going to do what Jimmy Hart did to the Renegade. You're just plain old Rebecca now.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get a shitty Rebecca AJ Lee match at WrestleMania. Why, God? Why did we do to deserve this?
Well, hopefully, maybe we get some kind of combination of Maxine and her trainer, Bloodsport Natty, coming and breaking everyone's arms in that match. And then,
making the internet explode. Yeah, I'd be so happy with that.
But make no sense. I mean, because I guess scuttlebutt is that Maxine's going on her honeymoon. Yeah, she just recently got married. She got married with the title, and the title was even on they made like the wedding cake topper with her holding the title.
Why didn't you just do an injury angle with her?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm hoping they're doing with Stephanie Vaquer for whatever reason. I don't know if she's actually legitimately injured but a nice way to also help build up Raquel Rodriguez as the legitimate threat is knocking her out.
Oh, yeah. I do enjoy Raquel.
Yeah. Especially now that she's really leaning into the whole big mommy cool Kevin Nash Diesel bodyguard stuff.
I hope Kevin would enjoy that shit.
Well, I think he said like on his podcast, I think he said that they should be booking her like a monster. And now they are. So I'm guessing I dig this shit now, man.
I'm guessing Hunter made a call to Kevin. He's like, that's a great idea, Kevin. All right. Well, speaking of Kevin, we got to get to our topic for this episode. And it's the January 4th, 2010 episode of TNA Impact. Now, Dane, we are in a historical moment right now because the Hulkster is now here in TNA, brother.
Oh, yeah, and he's promised to add a little bit of extra rocket fuel, as Dixie Carter said in the in the announcement presser.
Oh yeah, remember the whole thing that she did with the locker room, Dane, weeks before Hogan came in?
Yep, I remember that.
Just why would you even do that, Dixie? Why?
Who is the more inept Nepo baby owner between Dixie Carter and, of course, the Snowman?
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a reason why Randy Orton referred to Snowman as Jacksonville Dixie. Okay, so this episode is on YouTube, and it's been uploaded by TNA on their YouTube channel. But I should note the upload is an hour and 30 minutes, and the Spike version is 2 hours, which is what I watched because I ordered this from iTunes back in the day.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I watched the YouTube version, and geez, was it like, did they also lose because a lot of the entrances were cut except for, of course, Hogan and Bischoff. Because like all of a sudden, I had like when I started watching Taz and Mike Tenay are talking, and all of a sudden, we're jumped up right up to the Asylum match, and just getting Amazing Red's entrance, and everyone else is in there already.
I know. Yeah, they cut a lot of that out. They cut all the entrances. I'm guessing maybe if they had to like replay this on Fight Network, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Possibly. I don't know. But one thing that you didn't miss, Dane, that I know you're pretty happy that you didn't see, was they had footage of Bubba the Love Sponge interviewing fans outside the Impact Zone.
Oh, Oh, God. We'll maybe talk about that later, but Bubba the Love Sponge, really? We know a little bit down the road what happens with Bubba in many ways. Why?
Listen, Dane, he was Hogan's best friend. And also, he was on Stearns' channel on Sirius back in the day. So it's like that plus Stern is like, okay, you can be an interviewer on TV, I guess.
But we have Jeremy Borash, we have Christy Hemme, we have SoCal Val.
That ain't gonna cut it on Monday nights, brother.
Oh.
But you missed the best part of this. So if you heard earlier, I played the clip of Bubba interviewing all the fans and such. Let me read what Brian said about it. Brian Alvarez in Figure 4 Weekly. They showed footage from earlier in the day of Bubba the Love Sponge interviewing fans outside the building about what they wanted. They said they wanted wrestling. Old school guys like Ultimate Warrior, blood and chair shots to the head, etc. What a focus group this was. They were also screaming about WWE and Vince McMahon and how TNA ruled. And the best part, Dane, is Bubba interviews like this lady fan who says, "What brings you out here tonight?" And the lady fan says, "Those sexy wrestlers. What else? They're hot. They're big. They're sweaty. I love them."
God.
You don't know what you missed, Dean. This lady fan was amazing.
Yes, all those big sweaty guys like Suicide and Samoa Joe and Abyss.
Yeah. Hey, maybe she has a kink into those type of wrestlers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, hashtag not kink shaming here, but she probably would be interested in another sexy man that shows up later, which we'll talk about when he does.
Oh, yeah, we will when we get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, our first match is the Dome Cage match, where we have the Motor City Machine Guns, Lethal Consequences of Jay Lethal, Black Machismo, and Consequences Creed. Hey, whatever happened to that Consequences Creed guy, Dane?
I heard he had an infamous three-way somewhere, so...
Oh, man, it must have been a hell of a three-way match then.
Yeah, triple threat, yeah.
Along with Homicide and Kiyoshi and Suicide and Red. So it's a Dome Cage match. So let me read Brian Alvarez's review in Figure 4 Weekly for this. 3 teams and 2 singles wrestlers in this match. I was perplexed as to what the rules were. The match was a clusterfuck. Plus, it was really hard to see half through the thick red bars.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't see shit with these red bars.
Yeah. I mean, I know that WWE tried that with the Hell in a Cell for a bit. Like, they had the red, but it had like the red mesh that was probably like plastic, so it wouldn't hurt anyone too badly. So, but glad they went back to the regular steel mesh look.
Brian says there is a reason WWE got rid of that blue cage. Well, Dane, I don't care. The blue cage was awesome. This red cage sucks.
Yeah, because for one, it's the 6-sided rings still. Hogan hasn't fully gotten rid of that yet, spoiler alert. And then it's got like a weird dome on top of it. And then there's like, I guess, thankfully, Mike, Tenay, and Taz explained that the rule is, I guess you got to somehow climb up those bars and climb out of the hole in the top, and then you win the match.
Yeah.
But I think we'll get to the finish, which makes absolutely bloody no sense whatsoever.
Oh, no, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, wait, holy shit, Dane. I did find... Okay, TNA did post the segment from January 4th, 2010 with the Bubba segment on their YouTube channel from 2010. So do you want me to play it here?
Sure. I haven't seen that in 16 years, I think, so.
Okay, we'll get back to the match in a second, but okay. I was going to play it in the segment. So forget what I said earlier about me pre-playing the segment and editing. Here it is right now for you guys. So here we go.
When you watch wrestling, what do you want to see different for TNA? I just want to see some of the old school. I want to see some wrestling. I don't want to see some of this kid that we see nowadays. I want to see the stuff I grew up on. Back when Hulk Hogan was with Andre the Giant, the Ultimate Warrior, I want to see wrestling. I don't want.
Hey, nice Jay Cutler jersey you got there. How very 2010.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler Bears jersey. I didn't expect we'd see that on this podcast.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is the lady fan I was telling you about. Let me play it.
What brings you out here tonight, honey?
Those sexy wrestlers. What else? They're hot. They're sweaty. They're big. I love them.
What do you?
That is the MVP of this episode. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
He definitely has the highlight.
Oh. But I want to hear what else these fans have to say.
Yeah.
Expect from wrestling in the new TNA. What do you expect, buddy? I expect that pro wrestling is going to get a change. Hulkamania is coming. Vince McMahon, you have no idea what's coming at you, brother. Watch out.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Yes, wrestling needs a change, so let's go back to the guy whose biggest highlight was in the 80s and 90s.
Hulk Hogan, greatest wrestler of all time, coming to TNA now. WWE sucks, TNA.
What we can do.
What the fuck was that shit? They just gave this random 12-year-old kid a mic and say, okay, here you go, kid. Say what you want to say.
Wait, say, yeah.
Do better for a hot 21-year-olds like yourself that might want to watch TNA a little bit more.
Just the kiddie stuff, you know. I'm not a 5-year-old. I'd like to see the guys get down and dirty, you know, blood, chairs on the head, all that good stuff.
This is
What? He wants to see the fans get down and dirty.
Wants to see the men get down and dirty. Wants chair shots and blood and not none of that kiddie stuff.
Yeah, screw you, Chris Nowinski, trying to clean up wrestling with the CTE and everything.
This is a year of TNA wrestling. Ain't no stopping us right now. It's all about TNA. I have crossed the line. TNA.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Aren't you taking the Hulk Hogan gimmick a little farther, kid?
There has to be a guy then doing the whole Hogan cosplay with the do-rag and the red and yellow feather boas, the red shirt.
Oh, my God.
Not at all, brother. Gotta represent Hulk Hogan. Love that guy. Love him. Follow him to the gates of hell. Vince McMahon, you have no idea what you're up against now, brother. TNA rules.
Oh, God, I can't. I'm so happy we found that.
Yeah. Still not as cringy as the Sickles.
No, I'd still rather have those than the fucking sickos.
Yeah.
At least the Impact Zone crowd, at least they were fun.
Oh, yeah. Like, some of them are a bunch of gatekeeping weirdos.
All right, let's get back to this match here. Because we haven't even talked about the best part of this match yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah. Okay, back to Brian. Homicide hit Red with a baton for the DQ. Yes, a DQ in a cage match.
Yeah, like I said, that made absolutely no sense. So, Homicide gets a baton, smacks everyone around, and the ref decides to end the match. And then Homicide decides to try to come out of the top there as if the match was still going on.
Yeah, crowd chanted, "This is bullshit," according to Brian. Homicide then starts climbing the cage, and the announcers had no idea if the match was going on. So Homicide got to the top and got stuck.
Well, could have been worse. It could have been like one of the first times they did the Ultimate X match where the X kept falling down and they had to put it back up again. Like one of the wrestlers grabbed it and then, well, it fell during the match and the wrestler grabbed it and then put it back up and then carried on with the match.
So according to Brian, the announcer, seeing he was stuck, said he was just showing off now. The question wasn't the match was over. Why was he still trying to climb out? The other guys finally all started climbing, and so Homicide gave up and fell into the ring. This was a complete, utter disaster. But then suddenly somebody comes out, and who comes out, Dane?
Brother Nero! I knew you'd come.
Brother Nero is here in the Impact Zone.
Yes. Jeff Hardy, probably fresh off fourth or fifth canning by the WWE for substance abuse, wellness policy violations.
And he just climbs up Jeff to the top of the cage, and he just sits on the cage. He's just like, I'm just going to be sitting here, man.
Just going to sit here and vibe with my shitty theme song that I wrote myself.
Oh, it's not as bad as his heel theme with Immortal later. Oh, although, I'll be honest, the best part of that theme was the Impact where he just came out to the ring smoking a cigarette. That was hilarious when he just came out to the ring smoking a cigarette. All right, but Dane, you're not going to believe this. Hogan's coming out to a police escort with a giant limo. You know what? It makes sense because, I mean, this is the Hulkster's TNA debut, so Dixie's got to spend enough money for a police escort to get him to Universal.
Yeah, don't know what kind of crazies out there in Florida would try and upend the Hulkster.
Oh, yeah, well. We had an interview with Kevin Nash backstage with Christy Hemme saying, according to Brian, that this was an epic night for TNA, and it was great to have Hogan coming back. He said Hulk was his first mentor in the business. Kevin, I don't think you worked with Hulk until like 96. You probably were together briefly for 93, but okay, I guess. Well, you know what? Now that I think about it, how can I doubt Kevin Nash? He did say he wrestled Bob Backlund at the Garden in front of 25,000.
Yeah, that's right. Don't forget that. The Garden doesn't hold that many. It did that night.
Nash says that Hogan coming to TNA on the way to number 1. He said this would lead to him making more money than he had ever had in his entire life. So, yeah, there were several reasons for him to be excited about tonight. He said he just talked to him, and Hulk was on the way, and he wasn't alone. Brian says Nash didn't dye his hair, by the way.
Let him rock the gray look.
Yeah, it's a new decade, so it's a new Kevin Nash.
Exactly.
Okay, we have a match for the Knockouts title between Tara and ODB.
Oh. I miss ODB.
I miss her just like how I miss Sheriff Lobo. Okay, well, let me get to Brian's review here. They've dressed ODB up in a more skimpy outfit, which is ironic given her interviews talking about how it's about TNA and TNA. They had a decent match. ODB went for a TKO, but Tara reversed it and went for the Widow's Peak. ODB stuck behind, rolled her up, and grabbed the tights for the pin. She grabbed so much tights that Tara's ass was hanging out, and you can't have that much ass on Spike TV. So they cut to a crowd shot during the pin. Hilariously TNA. And then what happens after the match?
Well, ODB got the win, got the title back, but in true fashion, Tara gets her heat back by hitting the Widow's Peak and decides to break out her pet tarantula and puts it on ODB, thus endangering her life.
Oh my God. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I got the YouTube clip right here at about, let's see, 13:18, Dane. They pixelate Tara's ass on the YouTube video right here.
Ooh.
And oh, look, there's the Hogan fan in the feather boa at 13:18.
Yep. Oh, well, you're on the wrong side there if you wanted that. You should have been on the hard camera side there, bud.
Yeah, you missed the best side, brother.
Yeah.
But, Dane, we have a limo coming out.
Another limo?
Yeah. I wonder who's in that limo. Do you think it's a dinosaur, Dane?
A dinosaur? Maybe it's a Playmate of the Month.
All right, let me just look Playmate of the Month for 2010 here, right? Let me do it. Okay, Playmate of the Month 2010. Oh, J.V. Edmondson, an American model. She is the Playboy Playmate of the Month for January 2010. She is a 2002 graduate of Florida Atlantic University with a degree in criminal justice. She is a former police officer and Miami Dolphins cheerleader. Let's see. Oh, she's married to former Tampa Bay Ray Evan Longoria.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good on her.
That's right. Evan Longoria. I have a jersey of Evan Longoria's in my closet. I think my brother got it for me for Christmas one year for like $5. Never thought you'd get an Evan Longoria reference on this podcast, but there you go. Good on him. He's living the dream like Cooper DeJean is with Nikki.
Oh, God, yes.
Show some respect for Cooper DeJean. I mean, like, he probably grew up idolizing Nikki Bella, and now he's dating her.
Now he's dating her, yeah. Probably might have given him his first big boy boner, for all we know. He gets to do it for reals.
Yeah. I bet he talks to Big Dom about that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Eagles-headed security Big Dom, not Dominic, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, we got to get back to see who the limo guy is. So let me share the screen here. I hope it's a dinosaur, Dane. I really am hoping it's a dinosaur. That'd be so fantastic. Let's see who's gonna come. Hey, look, beer money. James Storm is drinking a beer.
Living the gimmick.
Yep. Let's see who it is. Oh, it is a dinosaur, Dean. It's Ric Flair.
Ric Flair is here too. He's shaking hands with everyone back there.
Huh. I like how even Slick Johnson got a handshake.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric got a handshake too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I appreciate that Rick gave Eric a handshake there. This was, of course, back in the time when Rick would actually take his time to thank everybody.
And not charge you $500.
Oh, God. Look, if you're doing a cameo, at the very least, just take it in like a quiet room and maybe make a little effort to it. That's all I want to say.
Especially if you're going to charge $500 to $600 for one.
Yeah. I mean, do it in your hotel room or something, or maybe in the bathroom or something. I'm guessing it would be like weird to do it in the bathroom, but come on, at least it'd be quiet, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, we're outside the Impact Zone where Christie's interviewing some fans, and wait a second. Christie spots somebody in the distance, and wait a minute. It's Mick Foley who's outside the Impact Zone, and he's got like a carry-on bag of luggage. Did Mick just grab this carry-on bag of luggage from his car and drag it all the way from Universal Studios to whatever stage of the Impact Zone?
Yeah, it's his gear, but apparently he's been persona non grata in the Impact Zone tonight for whatever reason.
Oh, that's terrible, Dane. And security's not letting Mick into the building. That's terrible.
No, he's getting cock-blocked by security for some reason.
Let me read Brian's review of this segment. And by the way, Brian said that during the Flair segment, he shook hands with a bunch of geeks. Oh, yeah, Brian, you're still using the term geeks. It's 2026. You got to stop using geeks. It doesn't mean anything anymore.
No.
It doesn't mean what you think it is, Brian.
No.
That's like calling a gay person in 2026 a queer as an insult. It doesn't mean shit now.
No, yeah. How dare you refer to James Storm and Eric Young as geeks? Modern day Eric Young would probably slap the shit out of you based on his current look.
Oh, God, you ain't kidding. I wouldn't want to mess with the host of Vinyl Countdown. Okay, let me review Brian's review of this segment here. They showed video footage of Christie interviewing more fans earlier in the day. They were chanting TNA and such. This was like a live People of Walmart video. No offense or anything. Oh, now, Brian, you care about, no offense. Foley then arrived and Christie wanted to know why he was here. He said he worked here. She brought up a memo from earlier saying Foley was bored from the building. Foley said he had a memo of his own. He told the camera that he would not be disruptive and he would go see everyone inside the Impact Zone tonight. But then, when he tried to get in the security guards, they refused to let him in. There was a Ferris wheel in the background. That made me LOL. I think there's actually like a Ferris wheel in Universal that goes around the park, I think. Okay, well, we're going to go inside the ring to Bobby and Crystal Lashley.
Oh, God.
So Crystal is cutting a promo for Bobby, so let me read Brian's review of it. The promo was about how Lashley was a huge star in wrestling and MMA. She said nobody could match him in either sport. He stood there smiling silently. Crystal is great on the mic, and people took this for what it was, a heel promo. I suppose it helped when she put over MMA and called wrestling fans toothless inbreds. He said that Lashley was asking for his release from TNA, and that everyone should take a look at him, because this was the last time they'd ever see him. We've got better things to do, she said. I hope this really was his swan song and they aired it on TV. Well, you know what? I will say this. Crystal Lashley in 2010, better heel than Rebecca in 2026.
I mean, I'm glad that these. I mean, God bless Bobby Lashley. A talker, he's not.
No, I think it was smart to make his wife the talker.
Yeah. And then, of course, later on with MVP.
Oh, yes. I'm happy that they had gotten back together, him, MVP, and Shelton and AEW. That's one of the things that I will give praise for TNA for is the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Oh, wait a second. We have a segment with the beautiful people backstage.
Oh, yes, we do.
And what do they decide to do, Dane?
They've decided that because everything's all about ratings now, they're going to do some... And one of the other things that gets ratings is poker shows. So we're getting ourselves a non-ghost poker game with Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, and I'm guessing Lacey Von Erich, who is really leaning into the ditzy blonde gimmick.
Because I think, let's see, at this time, Angelina would, I guess she had visa problems at this time, didn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think she comes back until they actually get on Monday nights for reals in a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because this was like an experiment by Spike to see if it would work on Monday nights. And it did very well.
Mm-hmm.
Not spoiling anything for later. But really, it's like, why? You're not going to see any boobs. Like, why would... Why? I don't...
It would have been interesting if it was Ghost Poker with Ghosts of 3MV versus the Beautiful People. And poor Ditzy Lacey losing all the time to the Ghosts.
That would be hilarious. Fucking losing to the Ghosts of Drew, Heath, and Jinder. You know what I would love? I would love if Cody brought up in his feud with Drew the time he was a ghost and he played Ghost Poker. See if anyone will get that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see who's in the... Oh, wait. We have Scott Hall and Sean Waltman in the building, Dane.
So, Mick Foley, no. Hall and Waltman, yes, to be let in.
Yeah.
And of course, this is kind of still wavering on being clean and not clean Scott Hall as well, too. This is still... You didn't know which Scott Hall you were going to get at that night.
He hadn't had the DDP yoga yet, so...
Yeah.
I am happy that Scott found peace at the end of his life.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's see. Oh, TNA said, according to Brian, that TNA was currently the #1 trending topic at Twitter. Hey, Dane, do you remember what a big deal it was to be the #1 trending topic on Twitter?
Yes, I do remember that. And remember when Twitter was also owned by not quite the despicable Nepo baby billionaire / nationalist fascist?
Well, it was still owned by Jack Dorsey. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go, Dean. The Hulkster has shown up in the building, brother. But thankfully, it's like right after like his limo got like stuck in traffic at Universal. I don't know why his limo got stuck in traffic. There had to be a reason why it got stuck in traffic at Universal. Yeah. Say, thankfully, I think cut out of the YouTube version.
Hey, Hulkamaniacs. It's the best wrestler ever in the world. Me, Hulk Hogan. And I want to talk about the time I asked a limo driver to stop at Nickelodeon Studios, and I was pissed because the driver told me Nickelodeon Studios wasn't there anymore. I just wanted to see SpongeBob, brother. I love him so much. Patrick Star, I relate to him for some reason. I was also mad I really couldn't see, like, Get the Picture or one of those shows, brother. Power Surge. I love that show back in the day, brother.
Yeah, just all of a sudden we jump to the somewhat better knockoff version of the NWO theme for Hogan coming out.
Oh, yes, I do love this version of Hogan's theme, the knockoff NWO theme that they basically use on Reddit sometimes whenever a wrestler politics his or her way to a victory. The Titantron of TNA Hogan. Oh, and look, I paused it at YouTube at 2320. There's Brooke.
Brooke, oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the lady next to her is who would eventually be Hogan's second wife.
Okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure. But I do love this girl in the yellow shirt. She's got the Hogan wrestling buddy with her.
Oh, that's good for her.
And in between Hogan and what I presume is Hogan's second wife is this guy who looks like the twin brother of John Minko from WFAN. Maybe. Okay, so let me read this segment here from Brian in Figure 4. Hogan showed up and the place went nuts. He had a Voodoo Chili ripoff. It's supposed to be Voodoo Child, but he misspelled it Voodoo. I'm going to share it, so it's there. It is right there, Voodoo Chili.
Voodoo Chili. I think that was the longest. I think that was also like one of the longest. I think even Mike Tenay back in WCW also called it Voodoo Chili one time, and he was actually using Voodoo Child. I think it became a running gag in the community that time.
Voodoo Chili. Okay. All right. They showed Brooke and one of her busty friends in the crowd. Hogan legitimately showing up in the Impact Zone was almost as nutty as Brett showing up on Raw, but not quite. He got a much bigger reaction from the 1,200 in the building. He did a promo saying they were making history tonight right here in TNA's ring. He said he'd been in the back all day long. There was so much talent in the back, he said. TNA was destined to be the number one company in the entire world. This, he said, was the dream he'd been praying for. TNA. As he was talking, Hall and Waltman jumped the rail and security pulled them away. Hogan said if they had something to say, they could come into the ring and say it. They did the old Wolfpack sign. Hogan said he was all about the party, but they had something to say. They need to say it right now. Hall, who looked blitzed, said when he heard Hogan, Eric, and Nash were going to be here, that meant big money, sold out buildings, and big parties. Hogan said, this was a different time and a different place, but it didn't work like that anymore, brother. Certainly not big money and sold out arenas here. There are big parties, though, so Hall should be fine. Oh, for fuck's sake, Brian.
Brian. No, Brian. God, I almost sound like Dave there whining at Brian about when they were fighting about TiVo. About Brian not setting his TiVo enough after
Wait,
Dynamite.
what?
Yeah, there was they had a fight because Brian doesn't know how to program TiVo. He always keeps missing off whenever Dynamite does their extended time.
Oh, I bet Dave was upset he wasn't that one of the 500,000 people watching on HBO Max.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they had almost, it was Dave was like, Brian.
Right. Waltman said it was the same and they wanted to party. Fans were chanting, go home.
2010 and X-Pac Heat is still a thing.
Hall said that times changed and it was either going to change with or without him. Nash was out next. Hogan told him he'd given Dixie his word that he was going to do this the right way and that things had really changed. Fans chanted TNA. Nash said he'd been talking to Hogan on the phone for weeks, and that wasn't the story Hogan had been pounding. He wanted to know when Hogan turned corporate. God, everyone looked old here. Hall and Waltman took their jackets off like they were ready to fight when out came Eric Bischoff.
Speaking of looking old,
Eric started ranting about how they beat up WWF in the mid-90s. They showed Dixie in the crowd. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Dixie, you poor sweet summer child. You have no idea what you've gotten yourself into.
They keep cutting to Dixie, and she has the same blank, vacant look on her face.
Of course, we'll cut to about 2-3 years later when she's crying and begging and hanging onto Hogan's leg as he decides that he's had enough.
Oh, yeah, 3.5 years later, Hulk's like, I'm done, brother. Eric said he put the band back together in the first place, but what Hogan was trying to say was that everyone had to earn their position in TNA. Nash said he heard him loud and clear and would talk to him later. He left with Hall and Waltman. So does Hogan get to finish his big speech? The answer is no. He did reiterate that the game had changed and everyone had to earn their spot in the company. Eric said the team of Hogan and Bischoff had done it before, they were going to do it again. But I can assure you things are going to change. I've heard that before. Hogan said the changes started tonight and wouldn't stop until they were the #1 wrestling company in the world. Bischoff said, let's start the changes right now. So what does Eric do, Dane?
He calls upon one of the producers to bring tonight's format sheet. Much like setting fire to the Observer, Bischoff tears up the sheet and says, we're flying by the seat of our pants here tonight, folks. Everything old is new again. We're in the upside down.
Well, it's not until like another 6 years we're in the upside down, Dean. So it's not good. Oh, wait, it was something else. Okay.
Yeah.
So Eric gives SoCal Val a new script to bring to the director.
Yeah.
Brian says that Hogan said anyone who couldn't talk or wrestle should pack their bags and head up north, brother.
But I thought that's all they could do up north is talk.
Look, Dane, I don't want to even think of. I'm getting a headache here.
I know. Trying to decipher Hogan logic in 2010, let alone 16 years later into the future, it's almost. And like I said, knowing what happens, yeah, it's.
But who's in the rafters watching this, Dane?
It's Sting!
Yeah. And as we all know, as it'll play out this year, we know now that Sting, he didn't trust Hulk and Eric. And we learn at Bound for Glory, we should have listened to Sting.
Yeah. And we're still another 2 years away from him morphing into Heath Ledger's Joker and Frank Gorshin's Riddler, tormenting Eric Bischoff with a crow.
Oh, Joker Sting. I know that was like one of the best versions of Sting. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. That whole fucking thing was great. And I wish we had gotten Joker Sting in AEW one time.
Or hell, it would be nice to have had Joker Sting in his very brief WWE run.
Oh yeah, that would have been hilarious. Like, because remember when he showed up instead of the Steph statue?
Yeah,
they should have just had the Steph statue like in like graffiti, like Batman statue and Batman being Superman, and should just say, "Ha, joke's on you, Seth." All right, let's get into our next match for the Knockouts tag titles. Sarita and Taylor Wilde against Hamada and Kong for the women's tag titles.
Sadly, I didn't get to see if they had Taylor Wilde's awesome, and by awesome I mean horrible, theme.
Oh yeah. Oh, I did enjoy me some Taylor Wilde back in the day, though. So
yeah, so I had a soft spot for Hamada there too.
All right, let me read Brian's review. They cut backstage to show the machine guns laid out. Welcome to Nitro.
But who laid them out?
I don't know, Dane. Baby faces ran wild early and hit a big stereo dive to the outside. Sarita got a hot tag and ran wild. Hamada was limping, though I'm not sure if it was a legit injury or selling. She botched a few spots, so I presume she was hurt. Sarita tried a sunset flip, but Khan sat right on her and squashed her. Taylor broke it up. Kong ended up powerbombing Sarita as Hamada hit the drop kick off the top rope. Pretty fun match, but Hamada tweaking her leg hurt it.
Mm-hmm.
This was not really the best match.
Not the best, but there would be better knockout tag matches down the road, but this was not one of them.
No. Well, we're going backstage to the strip poker game with the beautiful people. And, oh, wait. Who's in the Impact Zone backstage, Dane?
Hello, ladies. Got any of those dog tags here, my ladies?
It's me, Val Venus, but I can't legally be called that here.
And he's got a towel wrapped around him, as he would back in the day. And he decides that he wants to play poker now, too.
Wait till Val finds out that there's like 3 other people and they're ghosts playing poker.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got to go, Dane, to this backstage segment with Mick, followed by some people showing up. So this is so great. So I got to play this right here.
Listen, guys, you have to let me in there.
Mick, you know we do anything for you.
Anything but let me in there. Listen, I've already been escorted off the property once. Now I've made it back this far. I need to get in there and not. I need to talk with Hogan.
Mick, we're going to lose our job. We're going to lose our job, Mick.
I don't want to cost you a job. I could conceivably go right through you, but you know what? I've got another plan.
Hey, listen, what we'll do when I see security, I'll just tell them I haven't seen you.
Hey,
that's it.
Hey, that's great. Thanks.
All right?
They're going to tell that they haven't seen, but you're on TV with him, guy.
You fool.
Yeah, to quote Gilbert, you fool. Oh, my God. Well, I do love Mick's sort of Native American getup he had here for this episode. Yeah. All right, so let's see who else is going to show up backstage here.
Hey, was that Mick Foley?
I don't know who that was. Get in there.
What is he doing?
I don't care. I didn't even relate.
Whoa. Where do you guys think you're going?
Nasty boys do.
Mountain sag, bro.
Listen, personal friend of Hawk, bro. He invited us.
Security's tight tonight. Listen, I know you're Hogan's boys. Security is tight. Lockdown. What you can do is go to the security gate. I'm sure
Are you kidding me? What is this? I want to come in.
We're just doing our job.
Just doing our jobs. I'm sure your name is at the gate, and they'll let you guys in.
Where's the gate?
It's up front when you guys pulled in.
No wonder Foley's all mad. Let's get out of here.
Okay, well, we've been enjoying the Nasty Boys and the Masked Man arc. 2010 Nasty Boys. Why? Again, I mean, probably they're like the security guy said, they're Hogan's boys. And what was that about? Hogan said about people coming in needing to earn their spot.
Yeah. Well, we get to our next. Oh wait, they cut this match from the YouTube version. Oh my god!
Because I think when you mentioned that, I was like, I didn't see that match.
All right, so let me get to this. Okay, we have Raven and Stevie with Daphne against Matt Morgan and Hernandez. So you can tell who's going over in this match because Raven and Stevie have the jobber entrance.
Yeah.
Let me read Brian's review here. Morgan pinned Stevie in 30 seconds with a boot. Raven pretended like he was trying to make the save, but tripped on the ropes. Doesn't look good for Raven and Stevie. Oh, just you wait, Dane.
Oh, yeah, we'll get more embarrassing stuff with Raven later on this year in 2010.
Oh, yeah, just wait 6 months for that, Brian. Go back in our archives when we talked about that.
Yeah. EV 2.0. Ugh.
So we go backstage with Christie interviewing the Pope. And according to Brian, as Pope was ranting about his upcoming match with Desmond Wolfe, Orlando Jordan showed up. What a response he got. I can't even say X-Pac because X-Pac was on this show. He got a significantly better reaction. Oh, Orlando Jordan.
Oh, God, no.
Who asked for Orlando Jordan in 2010?
Who asked for Orlando Jordan in anywhere? His only highlight was tapping out in 20 seconds to He Who Shot Me Named, and then He Who Shot Me Named making into a running gag that he can do similar things in the same amount of time that he tapped him out. Like going to the bathroom or drinking a cup of coffee.
Oh, well, I wish Orlando Jordan had his time machine with him. Okay, let's go to our next match. It's the Pope. D'Angelo De Niro takes on Desmond Wolfe. Now, Dane, I got a question. Why the fuck did TNA call Nigel McGuinness Desmond Wolfe?
I have no frippin' clue. Or maybe it was something that he wanted to differentiate himself between his Ring of Honor and name and carrying on in TNA with something else, maybe. I mean, that's all of a sudden like why Jake something now is going by Jack Lloyd or whatever the hell his name is now, and as he apparently joined up, of course, with the Don Callis family now in AEW.
Oh yeah, because freaking the Don Callis family, they need like 500 heels in that stable.
Yeah.
Where no one gets over. You know what? Hey, whenever I hear, hey, somebody joined the Don Callis stable this week. You know what my response is, to quote Roman?
Exactly, no pop.
All right, let me read Brian talking about Pope and Desmond. Desmond worked over his arm for the opening bell, taking it apart in sundry ways. He missed a charge into the quarter, and Pope made a big comeback. Desmond went for the Tower of London, but Pope slipped out and hit a small package for the pin. New Booker, new guys pushed, and new Booker, old guys no longer pushed. Sad.
Well, in fairness, both of them are kind of newish to TNA, and I kind of dug the Pope at this time.
Oh, dude, I loved the Pope at 2010 TNA. He was like one of the highlights in that era. And I will go to my grave saying the Pope should have had a world title run at this time. Damn it, they should have put the belt on him. Oh, okay. Jarrett arrived. They spent a segment building up that he was about to come down to the ring. Okay, we're going to go backstage to a promo from AJ Styles with JB. So let me set it up here and we'll play it. Oh, you know what I noticed, Dana, as we see Jeff walking out here. Let me just rewind it real quick. Okay, I think that Jeff is being shot here, and I can tell here by this sign here, the smoking sign, that it was probably filmed backstage at the old Nickelodeon studios at Universal.
Oh, okay. That's arena.
I wonder if he stopped by the Aggro Craig, Jeff. Whatever props remain from that. Okay, well, let's go to JB with AJ Styles.
I'm here with the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. And AJ, it just seems like it was yesterday, 2002. We were there, the first night of TNA wrestling. And now, fast forward to tonight, a historic night for so many reasons, one for the books.
It is, man. I tell you what, I've been here for 7 years, and I've never experienced the excitement like I have here tonight. It's electric. Hulk said he was going to turn things upside down. And to be quite honest with you, I can't wait to see what he does next.
Well, speaking of next for you, January 17th, Genesis on pay-per-view. The matchup will finally take place. You defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
I still got a lot to prove, JB. I know I'm World Heavyweight Champion, but I can't hold this belt with pride until I beat Kurt Angle. See, we both have to know who owns the right to call himself the best wrestler in the world. And at Genesis, the world is going to find out.
Sure.
I love that it's just freaking Eric doing the mock clap.
The mock golf clap.
Right.
AJ Styles, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Man, I've been hearing so much about you everywhere I go. AJ Styles, the future of the company. Well, it's an honor to meet you. But you know, AJ, I've got some good news and I've got some, how do I say this? Well, bad news. The bad news is this whole AJ Styles defending the title against Kurt Angle at Genesis thing. Well, sorry, man, but that's just not going to happen.
Oh, it's not going to happen, Dane? We're not going to get that match at Genesis?
No. Oh, no. I probably would have been buying Genesis just for that.
How are we going to... Well, the pay-per-view's a week and a half away, Dane.
I know we're flying off the format, but you're just killing off your marquee match for the pay-per-view like that, there, Bischoff?
I love that how I plus this at 5144 on YouTube. Jeremy's face right here. Look at Jeremy's eyes. He's like shocked by this.
Yeah.
But now for the good news. See, the good news is you're absolutely right, AJ. The world does deserve to know who the best wrestler in the world really is. And you know when they're going to find out? They're going to find out tonight. Because the main event is going to be AJ Styles defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. That, my friend, is your main event. It is happening tonight. Get ready, because, kid, you're on.
Oh, my goodness, Dane.
Oh, they're doing it tonight on free TV. And they're going to find out the best wrestler in the world. Then jumping ahead 5-6 years later before WWE would hold a similar tournament in the Bud Bundy country. I think AJ actually had won that tournament before it got usurped by Shane O'Mac.
Oh, yeah. Never forget, Shane O'Mac was the best in the world in whatever fucking year that tournament was. Yeah. Hell, as far as I'm concerned, Shane McMahon still is the best in the world. So I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Exactly. He never lost that tournament title.
Yeah, that's right. You should just come back and say, CM Punk, until you beat me, I'm still the best in the world. So shove it. I paused this at 52:36 in the YouTube video. What the hell is this guy right here? This guy, this bearded guy. I have no idea what the hell this guy is.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Let's see what we got coming up here. Oh, it's my world, my world.
My world. Good old Double J's coming out for the chat with us.
Oh, he's going to come out to chat with us, Dane. So let's go to Double J. Let's hear what Double J has to say in this crowd. Because, Double J founded this company. They're on Monday nights on Spike TV. So
Bischoff and Hogan are back, even though there's some bad blood there.
All right. Let's go to Jeff, because ain't he great?
Let me just say this from the very, very top. It feels great to be back home in the Impact Zone. You know, 7 years ago, I founded TNA. After about 15 plus years of hard work or so, busted my butt in and out of the ring, I decided to take my hard-earned money and found an organization called TNA. Every critic in the world said we wouldn't last 6 weeks, said we wouldn't last 6 months. But guess what? Guess what? I'm standing in the middle of the six-sided ring on a Monday night, the greatest night in company history. And I am damn proud to be here. And Hulk, you know it and I know it. I tried to convince you for years to be a part of TNA, and the timing just wasn't right.
Oh, well, I know what Jeff is referencing, because remember when Jeff smacked that guitar at Hogan in New Japan?
Oh, yes, I remember that angle that went absolutely nowhere.
Jeff thought that he had Hogan booked for their first pay-per-view. That wasn't the weekly pay-per-view, but you never know. Him not showing up could happen to you.
Tonight, on a Monday night, the timing is right. And you know what I'm about to say? What I'm about to say right now is all about TNA, because throughout my career, I've done some good things and some not so good things. But by far, the most rewarding thing I've ever done is give young guys, dozens, if not hundreds, the opportunity, the chance to step in the ring. Guys like Beer Money, who I consider the greatest tag team in the business today. The Motor City Machine Guns, Daniels, Samoa Joe, and last but not least, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, AJ Styles.
I gotta say, I do love these, obviously, Hogan TNA shirts that they probably gave to some of the people in the crowd before the show.
They're quite stylish.
I bet you could sell that now on eBay and make like $200 or something.
Probably.
But in closing, I just want to wrap this up. Guys, and everybody at home, you ain't seen nothing yet. No, sir. Because with Hulk Hogan partnering with Dixie Carter and myself, the founder, working side by side, anything can.
All right, pause this on YouTube at 57:37. There's the same blank expression on Dixie.
I mean, Kristen Stewart probably has better acting expressions than you, Dixie.
My God.
And will happen in TNA.
You know something, Jeff? I'm glad you're finished because that's enough of the gaga. And guess what, brother? So what? Nobody cares.
So what, brother? Nobody cares what you have to say. I'm in charge now, brother.
That's quite the heelish promo there from you, Hogan.
Well, let's be honest, Dean. I bet you that Jeff has to earn his spot now. Doesn't matter that he founded this company.
If I hear I one more time, brother, I would have brought the security out and had you escorted from the building. Because the truth is, brother, yes, you did start this company, but in a short amount of time, you ran this company into the ground.
Well, I got to be honest, Dean. Hulk is right here.
I mean, he's got a point, but it's definitely he's out of line, but he's got a point. And Hogan talking about how Jarrett just keeps going on about I, and like, that's rich coming from Mr. Egomaniac himself.
Probably still bitter about Bash at the Beach 2000, Dane.
I wouldn't blame him. I blame it more on Russo than anything, but...
Bro, how come I'm still here in this company, bro?
I got a hideout, bro. I got to hide out and slide into Dixie's DMs, bro. Hopefully I don't email the wrong Mike, bro.
Hopefully Mike Johnson doesn't read this, bro.
And this company into the ground. So now that the truth be told, if it wasn't for Dixie Carter resurrecting TNA, and if it wasn't for Dixie Carter giving all these young guys in the back a shot, brother, this company would be under. So the way things go, brother, you need to straighten your act up. As far as I'm concerned, this minority stockholder doesn't mean anything. Check your paper in your safe deposit box, brother. We restructured this company. I now am Dixie Carter's partner. And as far as I'm concerned, all the young guys, they're going to get a real shot now, brother. All the young guys are going to get the real push, brother. And as far as your past accolades, Jeff, like I said, nobody cares. But the one thing you do have right is with Hulk Hogan and Dixie Carter, TNA is going all the way, brother, to the top. So you, just like everybody else, Jeff, no voting power, you got no stroke,
And by the way, brother, you need to grab your boots, get in line with the rest of the crew. You got to prove yourself. Because to me and Dixie Carter, you're no different than anybody else. Lace them up and be ready, brother. And I hope you can hang with the young guys.
Whoa. Whoa.
I love this sad look on Jeff's face, like, oh.
No. I held the Intercontinental title over Vince's head to drop it to China, all for this?
Well, I hope it was worth it, Jeff, because Hogan just schooled you on live television. Okay, let's go back to Brian here. Christie interviewed Daniels backstage. He was in the middle of doing a badly scripted promo when Borash walked up and said there was something more important to discuss. Daniels got pissed and stormed off. JB said he was on the phone with Mick, who snuck in through the back door. Foley said he has a bone to pick with Hogan and was stopping at nothing to pick it. Okay, how did Mick get past the security?
Well, since it was off camera, he probably could have snuck in as Dude Love or Mankind.
Possibly. Oh, okay. Did we get Samoa Joe and Abyss on?
No,
oh, wait, we did. Oh, wait, we did, I think.
No, we didn't yet.
Oh, wait, so they must have screwed up here on the order. So let me go through the YouTube clip really fast. So, okay, let me go through after JB gets the call with Mick. Hold on. Oh, Mick enters in. So let me play it right here.
No, Mick, hang on.
too,
Mick,
JB?
no, not
You
me.
too?
No, listen. This is not going to work. You're not coming in.
JB, I've got a bone to pick with Hulk Hogan. I don't care what I have to do or who I have to go through to get to it. All right.
We're on the list.
Oh, meanwhile, backstage, we have the Nasty. It's still trying to get
security.
Oh, they're still trying to get in. So let's keep going here.
Nasty boy, sounds inside. We're going in the door. You're going in the door. We're Hulk Hogan. I'm going in the door.
You guys are not on the list. I can't let you in.
What are you talking about? What's your problem, pal?
What's going on, man? Easy. What's going on? These guys.
Oh, Bubba the Love Sponge is going to help the Nasty Boys out here.
Thank God. Another one Hogan sycophant helping out other Hogan sycophants.
Guys are not on the list. I can't let them in.
Oh, they got to be on the list.
I'm going in the door. What's going on? Liz Schmidt, open the door.
Boys, check it one more time.
There's no nasty voice.
Oh, come on, dude.
I can't let him in.
Let me ask you a couple questions, kid. Who's the new guy in charge? The main man, the end-all, be-all.
Hulk Hogan.
There you go.
Who am I?
You're Bubba the Love Sponge.
Thank you. Listen to me. These guys have so many thousands of hard
Talk to him, Bubba.
Back and forth with Hollywood Hulk Hogan, my friend.
Tell this idiot.
Let me set you straight. Let me take a walk.
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Let me tell you something. This is how you do it. This is how you do it.
No, just a second. Didn't say like, okay, get it. All right, that was great. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
For the audio listeners, let me explain. Bubba took the security guard, and while the security guard's back was turned, Bubba gave the signal to sneak the Nasty Boys in. So that's why we were laughing. Oh, by the way, according to Brian, I guess this was in the YouTube video, Bubba was backstage with Beer Money, who had been laid out. He said he had some trainers coming. Seriously, he had it.
Beer Money and Motor City Machine Guns laid out? What's going on? All these young gun teams are getting smacked around.
Yeah, but by who?
But whom is doing this? Yes.
Okay, now Samoa Joe and Abyss. So let me go to Brian. Joe was working much harder than usual here. Well, everyone on the show was, because there was really something to prove. They had a pretty good match while it lasted. Joe was hitting all sorts of flying kicks. He finally went for something off the top, but Abyss caught him and chokeslammed him. Joe kicked out, crowd died. Joe ended up clonking him with a chair shot, the second of the show, and putting him in a rear naked choke. At least the chair shot was lighter and more to the shoulder than the one Jeff threw. Abyss tried to get to the ropes, but was forced to tap.
Ooh.
All right. Well, that was that. So now we have Eric backstage, and he's still working on the script.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question, Dane. Why is Eric working on a script when wrestling in this world is a shoot?
That is a good question. That's always confused me, like, especially when they do the whole everything you see on TV is a shoot, but except for this.
Makes no sense.
This is some next level Russo shit here.
Oh, this is definitely some next level Russo shit. This is just, but maybe this will be educational. Let's see Eric working on the script.
Do me a favor, that segment's running just a little bit long. It's the way it feels. Why don't we reformat it, come back, let's take a look at it.
All right.
Well,
Well, what?
aren't you going to say anything?
I don't know. What I meant?
Eric just first Crystal Ashley. Hey, do you want to?
You want a mint? You say my breast stinks? But kind of going back to this whole changing the format, and people say WWE on Rio has killed kayfabe. Kayfabe's been long dead and buried already, people.
I know. Even back in the 90s in WCW, they were killing kayfabe.
Yeah.
The Attitude Era, they were killing kayfabe. Let's continue with Eric and Crystal here.
Yeah, because I don't remember her ever having the Halle Berry short hair.
You know, I dig this. I dig this little Crystal's got here.
Yeah.
Sure, you saw what happened earlier tonight. Bobby asked for his release.
Excuse me. Do you mind? Give me a second.
Sure.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley asked for his release. He wants to go chase his MMA dreams, whatever. What's that got to do with me?
I'm really interested to see what Hulk Hogan...
Wait, hold on. What did some guy say? Let me just replay it here.
Yeah, Bobby Lashley asked for his release. He wants to go chase his MMA dreams, whatever. What's that got to do with me?
I'm really
We're sick of this. Pick something else, I think is what he said.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's too bad that he didn't have iPhones didn't have technology yet. He could have streamed the Brett Vince segment on Raw while this was going on.
Exactly.
He could have maybe had some money on the Fiesta Bowl between Boise State and TCU. He could have watched that instead of this, maybe. Oh, by the way, behind the scenes here, we're recording this episode as this year's Fiesta Bowl between Miami and Ole Miss is going on right now. So, all right. Well, let's continue.
To see what Hulk Hogan has to say about this. In fact, I'm demanding a meeting with him.
You're demanding a meeting with Hulk Hogan?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, I'll tell you what. You want a meeting with Hulk Hogan? Here's my advice. Go get a number, stand in line with everybody else, and if and when you get that meeting with Hulk Hogan, take it from me. You might want to check that attitude at the door. That chip on your shoulder is just not that becoming, and it won't do you any good.
Clearly, Eric, you do not know who you're talking to.
Really?
You see, my husband's going to hear about this, and he is not going to be happy.
Sorry. What do you want me to do?
You're losing the biggest star TNA has ever had. Just remember that. The biggest star.
Shaking.
I love Eric's like, shaking.
Shaking. I'm just glad that Bischoff said, take a number and take it from me, take him for my advice about Hogan, because, yeah. It was known. You probably know where I'm heading.
Yeah. Okay, well, there was a Kurt Angle promo that I think wasn't in the YouTube version, so I'm going to play it right here.
It was originally set to be the main event of the Genesis pay-per-view Sunday night, January 17th. However, Hulk Hogan has said the world cannot wait. It'll happen tonight. The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the phenomenal one AJ Styles, defends the World Heavyweight Championship against this man, the greatest wrestler in the world, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. And it happens tonight, Kurt.
Ever since I lost my title this past September, an incredibly talented wrestler by the name of AJ Styles won it. I lost it, he won it. But since there were two other wrestlers in that match, AJ Styles never really beat me one-on-one. Ever since then, I knew AJ and I would have to face off one-on-one. I just didn't think it would take this long. A lot of things have happened since September, both personally and professionally for both of us. But one thing hasn't changed. AJ Styles cannot beat me. He's great, but he's not the greatest wrestler in the world. He's had a good run as champion, but now it's time for me to reclaim my TNA World Heavyweight title. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Brian said Angle did a promo saying a lot of things were changing here in TNA, but one thing that wasn't going to change was that AJ Styles couldn't beat him. Oh, okay. Now we get into another segment that wasn't on the YouTube version. So, okay. Remember the whole thing at the beginning with Jeff, and you wonder what the fuck was he doing the rest of the show?
Yeah.
He was backstage with Shannon Moore, and he was doing a painting.
And, of course, this is Dilligaff, Shannon Moore.
Yeah, not quite the Prince of Punk yet.
Prince of Punk.
And then according to Brian, we have a massively goofy segment where Jeff and Shannon were leaving the building with envelopes. Shannon said they had everything they ever wanted right there. Maybe, Jeff said, maybe. So is he unsigned? And then suddenly 3 teenage girls with braces run up screaming. And Brian says, where'd they come from? Why are they alone? How'd they get back there? Jeff, for no reason other than he's Jeff Hardy, had a painting of himself, and he gave it to one of the girls and kissed her on the cheek, which caused all 3 of them to immediately scream and run off. Wow. So, okay, there's a lot of bitching I remember about this segment because you got Jeff fresh off his run WWE, and then you just have like 3 girls run up to him. Not like he's a big deal or anything. It's just like 3 people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Universal Studios. It's a big theme park. These should be like mobbed by fans.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Oh. I don't think Jeff shows up again until like about maybe 2 months down the line, but we'll get there when we get to it. So
it's one of those wait until.
Okay, so the Nasty Boys are backstage. So let's go back to the Nasty Boys and see what they're doing.
Yeah, we should have our own locker room.
I know. Team 3D, brother. Oh. They're not here anyway, them bozos. Get in there.
Oh, that's right, because Team 3D was wrestling Wrestle Kingdom that night.
Oh, they're in Japan. But the Nasties are going to crash their locker room.
You'd think they'd have like a key to the locker room and they'd have it locked.
Well, yeah.
That's just slacking there by Dixie. I mean, come on, what are you doing? You'd think Hogan would have fixed this.
Yeah.
Where are they? In Japan? And the biggest show of the year? And Team 3D's in Japan?
I know, I can't believe it.
Where is Bubba Ray? Fat Ray?
Look at this stuff. Look at this. Nasty boys.
I'm glad I found you guys. I owe you guys a huge apology. I didn't understand how close you were to Mr. Hogan. So I got
it's about time.
I got you donuts to say I was.
Donuts? We like donuts. Thank you, guys. Donuts. Get the
Oh, Jerry, you just threw like perfectly good donuts on the ground.
Oh, yeah, donuts. Come on.
I mean, if you don't want them, maybe the camera guy could have some donuts.
Exactly. Take them to the rest of the crew. They would appreciate it.
Yeah, it's their biggest night of the year. They deserve to have some donuts.
Yes.
Donuts, beer, pizza, wings. I'm taking a donut anyway. Now, let's look at this place.
I don't know. I'll take a donut anyway. Let's see what are they going to do to Team 3D's locker room, I wonder.
Let's see.
Let's look at this place. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What about, Devon?
Team 3D.
Devon. There we go, baby. You never looked so good. Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
There we go.
I'd be glad that Sags wrote nasty instead over Devon's picture instead of where I thought it was heading when I saw the end. Like, oh no, Sags, no! Like, now it's just a misdemeanor. The next letter better be something that won't get you dinged with a hate crime charge yet.
No, Jerry, I don't think would do that. Jerry's like too nice of a soul to do that sort of thing. but guys, silver spray paint, really?
Silver.
No, come on. All right, well, Dave, we got our massive main event here as AJ Styles defends the TNA Championship against Kurt Angle.
Yes, and both with their phenomenal themes, both Angle and Styles with the flyaway theme. Apparently, AJ is not too big fan of that one.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think he was on. I have to listen to the whole context of it, but I think he was on like when he got interviewed by Chris Van Vliet. I think he said that he wasn't a big fan of it and was hoping that they wouldn't use it ever again.
Oh well, Joe Hendry did a nice parody of that in TNA with AJ Francis. Get ready to die.
Get ready to die.
Okay, well, let me get to Brian's review here. AJ Styles and Kurt Angle for the TNA Championship. This was the same match they were going to have on the pay-per-view. Loud dueling chants, AJ sent him outside early and hit a huge flip dive. The match was 1 minute in when a masked man hit the ring and attacked AJ. Oh, no, Dave!
Another masked man?
What, Brutus wants in too?
Wouldn't be surprised. And it's at least another 10 years away before, I guess, Hogan and Brother Brutai had an actual falling out.
Yeah. Although I think at this time, maybe Brutus was too busy playing poker games at Buckman Street. That was for you, Keithy. Okay. Security dragged the masked guy away. Angle helped AJ up, and they started over. That was wacky and unnecessary, not to mention it wasn't a DQ. Angle powerbombed him into the buckles for heat. Very good match, although there were 2 commercial breaks right in the middle of it. All sorts of cool spots, such as AJ going for a springboard and being German, Angle grabbing his foot on the Pele kick and putting him in the ankle lock. Place was going nuts. Surprisingly, I didn't notice any "you screwed Brett" chants. Angle hit the slam, but AJ kicked out. This is awesome. AJ hit the clash, but Angle kicked out. There was a "who needs Brett" chant. Angle hit a slam off the top, but AJ kicked out. Angle kicked out of a second clash. Angle put him in the ankle lock and scissored the leg. Keep in mind that was always a finish. So then Flair came out and they cut away. When they went back, AJ was out of the ankle lock. He appeared to have just kicked his way free. Tenay said no longer how long the match lasted. They'd stay with it until there was a winner. After commercial, Angle had AJ in the triangle. They did some more near falls. Then they cut to Flair, who just walked backstage. What was the point of having Rick there?
Yeah, I mean, it made no sense for Flair to just show up and then disappear back.
AJ hit a third clash, but instead of covering, hit a springboard 450 and then made the pin. The Flair stuff at commercial at the end really hurt the match, but it was excellent otherwise. 3 3/4 stars. I would say that this is a 4-star match.
Although I can see that, the commercial breaks and the Flair stuff kind of messed up the flow of the match, but I'm sure if it was like uninterrupted, commercial free, it would have been, it definitely would have been higher. Would have definitely came off better on TV like that. And although it was kind of funny hearing Mike Tenay say that, they're staying with this match until they have a winner, and then about 5 minutes after he said that.
Well, they need to take the heat away from Brett and Vince, I guess.
Yeah.
Get people watching. Back to Brian. Hogan came out after the match and said Angle and AJ were the 2 greatest wrestlers in the business today, brother. Angle hugged AJ. Hogan said they had nothing but respect for Angle and AJ, raising the TNA bar to a whole new level. Hogan said this situation would go on and on and on, and said the fans made history tonight. This was the beginning of the greatest rise, and suddenly someone whispered something into Hogan's ear, and he ran backstage. Oh, something has happened, Dane, backstage. I guess we got to go to the back.
To the back.
And Mick is trying to find somebody backstage.
Yeah.
Foley is in the building.
Hogan.
Wait a minute, Dane. Val Venus and the beautiful people have been playing strip poker for like 2 hours and nobody's taken off their clothes?
Well, Val came in with the towel, and I think most of the beautiful people are just in their bras. So, but of course, we don't know the dress condition of 3MB ghosts. So, for all we know, Jinder Mahal is free balling it right now.
Oh, but yeah, this is the worst strip poker game of all time. Not a single one of the beautiful people is thinking, like I said, this is on Spike TV. You're not getting any boobs.
Yeah, I mean, hell, we had a better strip poker when the CW did that during the revival, when we had Balls Mahoney as the dealer and the ECW women's roster was playing strip poker on there, and we had the usual cat fight at the end, and Balls just sitting there smiling like a goofy ass self.
I hope Joey was announcing just so Joey could have let out that cat fight.
Oh yeah, this was still trying to give the illusion of ECW being its own thing, with Paul Heyman still in charge and Joey and Taz as commentary.
I guarantee you that Kelly showed some skin, because this was the era where she was an exhibitionist.
Yeah, that was the whole gist of it. Kelly, the exhibitionist.
I'm Kelly, and I am an exhibitionist.
And then proceeds to do the second most awkward looking striptease next to our girl Daphne.
Oh, we'll get to Daphne eventually in her striptease. I guarantee you that'll be like the most anticipated episode of the Squared Circle Time Machine in 2026. The briefcases with Daphne. We've been building that for like over a year now. So let's go back to Mick here, interrupting this poker game.
Where the hell do you think is Hogan?
It's not in here.
In case you haven't noticed, you're interrupting something pretty damn special here. Where is Hulk Hogan?
Oh, I just noticed in the poker room, there's the portrait of the dogs playing poker here as they pause at 128.02.
There's some meta humor for ya. And now, of course, we're getting the scintillating revival of the Val Venus Mankind feud from 1999 that was just did wonders for Val's career.
Oh, you're telling me.
These ladies, they may be intimidated by you, Mick, but I damn sure am not. Where is Hogan? Knock yourself out, buddy. Down the hall and to the left. Down the hall and to the left. Down the hall and to the left. And only one office. Down the hall and to the left. Hogan! Come out of there! Come out of what, Mick? Your former chair in your former office? Now, just exactly what the hell can I do for you? What the hell can you do for me, the executive shareholder of TNA? Executive shareholder? Mick, come on! Even you've got to have figured it out by now that your executive shareholder certificate isn't worth the paper that it was printed on. Face the facts, Mick Foley. You've got no influence, you've got no power, you've got no control, you've got nothing but one choice, and one choice only. And that's to get in line with everybody else, put your boots on and fight for your job. That's your choice. You know, Eric, I accepted that I worked for Dixie Carter. I could maybe come to terms with the idea of working for Hulk Hogan, but I made myself a promise, a vow to myself a long time ago. I would never work for Eric Bischoff again. So as long as I've got the choice, and as long as it looks like I'm going to take the choice to get fired, I'm going to give you a reason to fire me, Eric. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm going to knock your teeth down your throat. You know, Mick, I'd rethink that strategy if I were you.
Okay, so we have Nash, Hall, and Waltman all beating the shit out of Mick here.
Bischoff, you did put the band back together. The band. That sounds like a name that'll be useful down the road.
Look at you now. Yeah, boy. Get up, fat boy. You change your mind? Change your mind? Hey, have a nice day.
And then we get Hogan backstage like, what's going on here, brother?
We're not supposed to do this for at least another 8-9 months, brother.
And that's your episode.
Yeah. It was an episode, all right.
I will say, I think they did a really good job putting over that this was a new era. Although, I think Brian said in his review here, and let me go up to it real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, I think Brian said that even some of the diehard fans of TNA that would always complain about how we bitch about TNA, even like they didn't like this episode. So,
I said this was something was my biggest gripe with TNA, that it seemed like every 2-3 years that it would go through like some kind of reboot, restart, shake up things creatively. So it was like getting a little bit tiresome. And then, of course, mind you, and here we are about 16 years later, we're about to go into a new era for TNA too, ironically. The AMC era begins next week, I believe.
oh, yes. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they're going to do the new era on AMC and AMC Plus. So I can't wait for that. So what was that? Let's see. We're recording this on Thursday, January 8th. So it's going to be what? A week from the day, I think?
Yep.
Okay, January 15th. All right. I believe that this did around, I think, 1.5 to 2.2 million viewers, I think, for this episode. The hype of Hogan and TNA drew a crowd to Spike TV.
It drew in, but now can they build off that?
Well, we'll have to wait and
Wait
see.
and see.
Yes. Well, Dane, how about we continue this? Because in our next episode of the Square Circle Time Machine, we're going to go a week and a half later for TNA Genesis 2010.
But what's going to be the main event? Because we just had the main event already.
Oh, let me just see. I'm going to get a note here. Hold on a second. Let's see. My note is. Oh, the main event is AJ Styles and Kurt Angle?
Teaming together?
No, Dane. They're going to be wrestling against each other.
Oh, okay.
But wait, they just wrestled each other on.
They just wrestled. Yeah, we just had a pretty definitive ending to the match too. That AJ won.
I guess they thought it was so good. You know what? Let's do the match on the pay-per-view again.
Let's run it back.
Yeah, run it back. I mean, it's a new era, Dane. We got Bubba the Love Sponge. We got the Nasty Boys. We got the band back together. And we got the Nasty Boys for some reason feuding with Team 3D.
Yeah, and we got Jeff Jarrett being humbled and emasculated in front of his homegrown talent.
Yeah, I guess he didn't cut the mustard according to the Hulkster brother. But we'll be back here next time when we cover TNA Genesis 2010. Right here on the Square Circle Time Machine. That was Dane. And I'm Greg. We'll see you with that episode next time. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
Get ready to dive. When you're 300 pounds but you can't sit still, you spent all your money on hospital bills. From jumping out the ring and being a nuisance, your dives invalidate TNAs and shooters. You made a song for me but I'm too fast. Every time you dive you land on your ass. You are banned from diving. You are banned from diving. You couldn't dive here, so you went to the sea. You traveled the ocean, so you could be free. But you paid a bunch of models to get on your boat. But they all laugh when you hit the top rope. There's only two things that you need at sea: 3 hot women and your best friend Steve. You are banned from diving. You are You are banned from diving.